breaking news, local news, York sports, and more. Go to YorkDispatch.com.
Oh, for me, the number one issue is to get out of Iraq. My oldest daughter, is currently in Iraq. She's been there 2 days. I'd love it if she was there 3 days and gone. And back home and safe. I don't know what she's going to encounter over there. Certainly our soldiers are doing the best job that they can under the circumstances. So for me, the number one issue would be to get out of Iraq.
If you don't mind, I'm going to go back to you. That says, if he can realistically do that, how long would that take?
I've seen him talk about it. I've heard him say, everybody's quoting the number 2012. I would certainly encourage him to make it a lot sooner. 2009, it would be a wonderful Valentine's present for me. I would, my daughter's birthday is the 4th of July. Bring her home for her birthday. And I don't know that I can hold his feet to the fire on that, but I would certainly do the best I can to encourage him to do that.
Well, this is kind of a toss-up for me because health care is something that definitely needs to be addressed, and the war needs to be addressed. And I can't say that one is in essence more important than the other because it both addresses the lives of people. Those who are coming home from the military are not getting the kind of care that they need through the VA hospitals for various reasons. The military families are not getting the kind of care that they need. And then we have so many people in this country who cannot get insurances of various kinds because of pre-existing conditions that have been under control for years, but because there is a, quote, history of it, they won't touch them. It's that to me, there's something wrong with the fact that a person cannot get health coverage to take care of them, and then we want to wonder why our emergency rooms are all filled. Well, if you don't have a doctor to go to, and they won't take you at urgent care because you don't have medical insurance, the only place you have to go is to the hospital. So I think that is very important. And that's not to shortchange the fact that we do need to come out of Iraq. We need to come out of there as expeditiously as possible, but not leaving the people in a lurch. We have the wherewithal in the people to teach them how to take care of themselves. We may not have liked the way that they were doing it, but they were sure taking care of themselves prior to us going in. So it is very true that they should be able to take care of themselves with us coming out.
Can he, within his term, fix or at least start turning around the health care issue?
I believe he can. I believe that if we bring all of the people to the table and not look for a win-lose situation, but more for a win-win situation, I believe it can be done. And I'm not saying that everyone is going to have this super health care coverage, but I'm saying that people can be covered for basic needs. And that's what we need at this point. If we can just get the basics, like kids being able to get immunized, people being able to get flu shots, things that those of us who have medical insurance take for granted, if we can just get that to our populace, we may be able to turn around a lot of things that are going on in this country, health-wise.
It's interesting, and I agree with what Ruth has said, is because a lot of people who did not vote for Barack Obama thought that he had an agenda. But I believe his agenda is to help the people of this country. And I think he has a lot of topics that are of great importance. And certainly health care and jobs are vital to the life of this country. even further beyond that, if you take the basic needs of Ruth just came back from New Orleans, to look 3 years later where New Orleans, Louisiana is. It's not back to anywhere in anything that we would call normal. Look at Galveston, Texas. We have places in the United States of America where people are hurting. They have no place to turn. And yet we're spending billions of dollars fighting a war overseas where we can't even fight poverty in our backyards, in our alleys, in our streets, in our cities and towns. And so I think Barack Obama's agenda is many-faceted in the sense that he has so many issues that are pressing, and to be able to name one that he's going to be able to focus on, I don't think is fair to him or fair to us as Americans to put that on his plate. Certainly he has, I think he's going to assemble the best team possible to figure out the agendas that need to go forward with health care. With education, certainly No Child Left Behind is not where it should be. And if we don't educate our citizens, how can we rely on a future economy where people don't have the qualitative education it takes to do the work where our technology is taking us? We're behind in mathematics and science. We're behind. It's a known fact. So certainly education is on the table. The economy is on the table. Iraq is on the table. All these issues are on the table, and I think somebody like Barack Obama realizes that, and he's got to figure out a way, and it's going to take a long time, unfortunately, to figure out what it's going to be so that we can start to improve the quality of life for many Americans.